Joining me now is Manny Alkhafaji. He is VP of Corporate Development and Investor Relations at First Majestic Silver. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
Great, Mark. Thanks. Good to see you.
Very exciting. This is I've followed your company for a long time, about a $2.5 billion market cap, not insignificant, and a big player in the silver sector, obviously. So let's start with Gatos Silver. The company just bought them, just closed that deal, nearly a billion dollar deal. So what was the rationale, and how does Gatos fit into the whole mix with your other producing assets?
Sure. Yeah, so with Gatos, that's going to be our fourth underground producing mine in Mexico. We've had our eyes on Gatos for quite some time, and it took some time for management to be ready. And when they were ready, they ran a process. It started almost a year ago to the day, and a pretty competitive process from the start. Every single name that you can think of was involved. Initially it was 13 companies that were interested, and multiple rounds of negotiations and back and forth. So we're very glad that we closed on it. So we got it across the finish line just last week, and it really ticked every single checkpoint on the checklist that we have. It's a primary silver, which is what we've been looking for. It's a producer. It's a relatively new mine. It just commenced production a couple of years ago. The mill is one of the most modern mills that we have seen, and we've been scouting the planet basically. So we're very impressed by that. The management team, the guys on site, it's just phenomenal. It's the real deal. What we, besides all this stuff, it's a significant. It contributes meaningfully to our portfolio from a cash flow stance, from a production stance. It comes with a big district. It's not just the mine itself. It's got room for growth, significant growth, and it's in Mexico. It's in our backyard. If you look at the map, now we have basically 4 producing mines in 4 adjacent states. So very close in proximity, makes moving personnel, equipment very, very efficient. And we'll be able to realize synergies going forwards. And it's something that we're quite excited about.
Yeah, sounds like it. All right, so the other 3 producing assets, San Dimas and St. Helena, which was a big bright spot in 24. So you came out recently with your 2024 numbers in terms of production, nearly 22 million silver equivalent ounces. So can you encapsulate the year for us in terms of, you happy with the production numbers?
Yeah, look, we ended the year. Q4 was, fantastic for us. We've had gradual increase quarter over quarter, and it's nice to end the year on a positive note. St. Helena, as you mentioned, has had a fantastic year. It's had really a fantastic few years. The last 4 years, every year was a record-setting year. I know that mine quite well. We've had it in the portfolio since 2015. And when we bought that mine, it was producing 2.5 million ounces, silver equivalent ounces of silver. To produce, just over 10 million ounces a few years later is a huge, testament to what First Majestic can really do to an asset. We've invested, obviously, a number of projects, deployed innovation, and expertise in that operation to really turn it from a 2.5 million producer to over 10 million producer. And to what we were saying earlier, that's what we like about Gatos. It's got the capability, it's got the district, it's a big land package. St. Helena has 102,000 hectares. Gatos has 103,000 hectares. So again, that's when we refer to these assets as world-class districts, that's really what we mean. So it's been a fantastic year for St. Helena.
Great. Now, something the company has done that's interesting is they've started something called First Mint in Nevada, so you can sell silver bullion directly to consumers. I'm curious, what was the thinking behind this, and is it unusual among silver producers to do this?
Well, we're the only mining company that does this. Yeah. So we, First Majestic, we just celebrated our 21st year of operation. For about 15 years, we have been selling our own product. It really started off as a gimmick, just a marketing. We sell some shareholders want to have our silver. So it's always been our own silver coming from Mexico. But what we realized in the last couple of years, demand has shot up. We're getting just crazy interest. People want to have the bullion, they want to have the rounds, they want to have the bars. And up until First Mints, we've been contracting third-party mints to process the bullion products. And they just haven't been able to be supplied. So we decided, let's just do vertical integration, de-bottleneck this side of the business, and open up our own mint. So we have a state-of-the-art building facility in Las Vegas, and we're slowly growing the production SKU. We started with bars, so we had 5 ounce, 10 ounce, and a kilo bar. We've just recently inaugurated it with a coin press, so now we're able to be a bit more diversified with the products. So we have coins, different sizes, different designs, and it's been a pretty exciting part of the business. You know, we're a mining company, as you know, but to diversify into this, it's taken a bit of a learning. It's a bit of a learning curve, but you know, it's steadily growing. And the rationale is, you know, we're able to capture more margin. You know, we charge on average $3 to $5 above spot, and that's the same silver that we would typically sell at the spot market. Now we're able to turn it into a product for low cost and able to capture additional margin that goes directly to the bottom line.
Right.
So it's you know, something's quite innovative, something that we're quite happy with, and we'd like to, you know, our goal is to really keep growing it, divert more of our production through this facility versus the spot market.
And is it right on the strip or near the strip?
It's just off the strip,
Okay.
and you know, logistically it made sense. It's an international airport, easy to get in, easy to get out. We ship most of the product within the United States, so it's good to have a you know, commercial shipping facility nearby. Super secure. You know, being in Vegas, no one's gonna mess around with
Right.
our facility,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it ticked the boxes. It's on the same time zone as Vancouver and the rest of our operation, so it makes communication and all that a bit easier.
Next time I'm there, I'll drop by for sure.
Happily,
Yeah.
you know, we'll show you around, and you'll
be
get
fun.
to see the science behind it.
That'd be great. And lastly here, Manny, and just in terms of silver itself, we know that going back to, say, 2011 and the other times that it really ripped, 2016, 2021, and as I said, I followed First Majestic for a long time. When the stocks start to move, First Majestic is usually the leader, or at least among them. So are we due, do you think, for a silver move here at some point?
Yeah, so we've just finished an extensive roadshow in Q4, just, you know, between Europe, between Asia, Australia. I just came from a conference last week. It's refreshing to start seeing institutions talking about silver now. People are understanding the fundamental issues that we have. Supply, demand are just not making sense. You know, for 2024 estimates, we're consuming somewhere in about 1.2, 1.25 billion ounces of silver. Yet production is flat at 1 billion ounces. The miners are producing 800 and so million ounces, and the rest is coming from recycling. So this deficit has been around for the last 4 years, and it's been accumulating. So, you know, what will the tipping point be when the catalyst is going to happen for when silver price moves? Time will tell, but all we know is more people are paying attention to it. You know, I think TD Bank had a piece a few weeks ago talking about the silver squeeze and whatnot. And you hear that from retail guys, you don't hear that from institutions, so it's refreshing. They're calling for $40 to $45 silver in 2025. You know, when that happens, whether it'll happen, again, only time will tell. But all we can focus on as a company is, you know, we want to control our margins, and the move in silver will just be the nice bonus that we can capture.
Right. All right, thanks, Manny.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mark.
Appreciate that. Enjoyed that. Manny Alkhafaji with First Majestic Silver.